Right, nature seeds. I've been sat there for a while because that's not automated yet.
I've got so much I can get done once this is sorted. Once we've unlocked more of Britannia, I can actually go and automate Britannia. Actually, there's something I need to check. It's been more than 6 minutes. Have we started producing lava in the? Have we started producing mana in the new system? We have. Not much, but we have produced some. The flowers are running.
Good. Where's my wand gone?
The problem is none is going to go to this automatic pool until the first pool here is full.
Does it not do an even split? No,
it doesn't appear to.
because this was so much closer that it takes it up before this can make the connection.
Yeah. Which is fine. The intention was always that this one would be the priority. Because it would be used a lot less. It just means it's going to take a bit of time before we actually start building up a stockpile in that one.
Yeah. But that's fine.
I just saw some lava dispense and it's now making mana, so it's all working.
Yeah. There you go, you've got some pulses coming through.
So it is making mana. I don't know if it's worth...
Yeah, you need more mana spreaders. The mana spreaders are full. It can't transport the mana fast enough.
Oh well.
Well, just half... Like, these thermal lilies aren't doing anything.
Well,
because
there's
it's
not
filling
a lot I can do about that.
You can put down more mana spreaders. I'd have one next to this. And we just link that.
Over the top.
Yeah. There we go, now they're drained. That one's fine. That one's not drained. Yeah, you've got...
Yeah, I guess the difference... I was thinking that this is the setup we had in Project Ocean, but the difference was we had the mana spreaders going straight to pools and then the pools going along the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I made sure that... Because these can only transport a certain amount each time.
Yeah. Well, there are lenses to improve that, but...
Or higher tiers. There's the Gaia mana spreader or something like that. So...
Let's have a nap while we're here.
Might as well.
It's good to see it is working. Later on I might connect the Ender Flame mana pools to the new system. Just to... Because there's like 3 pools of mana there. Once we're not using that system anymore, we might as well put that mana in the new system.
Yeah.
But for now I'd like to keep it available if we need to do anything.
Okay, you could have that feeding just into the auto crafting pool for now.
We'll sort it in a bit.
Okay.
Did the runic altars craft?
I'm working on it. It's waiting
for that's what the incense
earthen
altars
cores.
are for, isn't it? I'm with
earthen
you.
cores and the incense altars.
I am with you.
And then, yeah, the earthen cores are behind your things. So.
Yeah.
These
still waiting on empowered crystal bundles. 27 more to go.
Rose bushes. Yeah, the crystal bundles take a long time. That's the kind of thing that we need to have a redstone export bus. Just putting some in the system until we have 100 stockpiled.
Actually, how is packed ice doing now? So because I started setting up the crop stick system before I realised how complicated plutonium was last night, and so I set up a lot of the ingredients. So we are now making packed ice.
Yes, it's an automated recipe.
Oh yeah, so I set up a glacial precipitator that constantly pumps packed ice into this crate, which has a storage bus on it.
Oh. We already had a recipe for it, though, I think.
We have an other recipe.
Set that up yesterday.
Oh. Well, I've made a system that constantly makes it now because I didn't want to drain things. I thought I had to look and I couldn't see it. Anyway, there's a system that's constantly making packed ice up to the size of that crate. The crate is now full. It felt like something where if we're using it in the automated building, it feels like you want to have a stockpile of it rather than making it on demand.
Yeah. There we go.
We're making pulverised silver and electrum blend on demand for those machines, but packed ice felt like I'll have a stockpile.
There we go. I've fixed the petal crafter. I'd broken it last time.
You don't want to break it.
No, it's just that the item filter was blacklisted against the mortar or pestle, whichever one it is. And I thought we don't want it just sucking in everything because that's getting annoying. So then we set it to not accept anything. Then it just didn't suck up the petals because why would it? So
precisely.
That's fixed that problem. Right. Elemental soil. I need some of that. Make a bunch of that. There we go. But yeah, some of the elemental soils I have automated now. We've got aqueous and magmatic soil, both automated.
Yeah.
Because we already have places where we're throwing stuff in water and lava.
Yeah, it's one of those things we just never actually got around to setting up, but it wasn't difficult.
Yeah, well, it's just something we've not needed a lot of before. So yeah, the only one we haven't got automated is the drop from a distance one. Which I might do eventually. Right. Interceptors are getting there, it's just waiting on Lumium and Glod.
Yeah, it's not drop from a distance, it's drop above Y90. Like, you can just put it on the floor at Y90.
And a 2.5 second drop time.
No, it doesn't. It's 2.5 seconds to do it. It doesn't have to be falling all that time. It just needs to be on the floor. No, it doesn't, because I have literally just put it on the floor on a slime island and it's worked.
Oh.
That's what I mean when I said I've used slime islands. I just go to a slime island, drop it on the floor, and it works.
Never mind then, okay. That's much easier to automate then.
Otherwise, you'd struggle with the drop below Y30 one, which also has a 2.5 second delay.
Fair enough.
Because I feel like it would fall from 30 to bedrock in 2.5 seconds.
Quite possibly. But just throw some slow forward on it.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be falling, it just needs to be on the floor.
Okay. Right. Do we have any building that has a Y90? I'm going to set this up in.
Hence why I suggested the top of the chimney, or even just the other side of that building, the roof is at Y91.
What, this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, it feels...
Or in the top of one of the towers of the power station, although obviously it's not power, so it's a bit weird. Or at the top of one of the castle towers. The castle is at 91.
Ooh, yeah, it might be going in here.
You've already got a system.
Actually, because this can just do the same thing.
Yeah, it's already doing it. Just
okay, soil. That needs an expansion card.
Conveniently happens to be just above the right Y level.
Expansion card. That needs to take in.
Yeah, when you start thinking about it, Y90 isn't actually that high.
No.
Sea level's at like 63.
Yeah, it just feels high. Right, so that's that. I need to go plug the recipe in down here. Which is a weird setup to have.
It is a bit of a weird one, this, isn't it? But it's a separate computer, I guess, to save channels.
Yeah. Right, so if I request some Calyx oil...
and we watch...
It's not going to do anything, because I need to go and manually make the elemental soil still.
Oh, yes, so you still have to do that step.
So, the Feycrafter, there is an upgraded version of the Feycrafter.
Yeah.
Which is a runic crafter.
Yes.
And I think that's what we need to make before we start automating it. Because the current one is specifically designed so that we... is this working? It is.
Unfortunately, that needs modularium, which I don't think we've got yet.
No, it is behind Miriam ingots.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which is set up as a recipe. Well, there's an empowering thing that's set up using it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all done. But yeah, we just don't have a whole bunch of Britannia ingots, which we're very close to having now. But I think it needs the Elven Trade Portal.
Probably. This powered spawner. Come on.
What's it stuck on?
It's not doing anything.
It's stuck on the crystalline alloy.
Something else must be using that smelter, I guess. That alloy smelter. How long's there been a hole in the castle wall?
It's aluminium. What? I have no idea. So I'm going to fix this hole in the cage. Right.
Can't bother to fix it now.
Check.
What's going on with the crystalline alloy?
It'll just be fighting with lumium. Let me stick it in one machine over. There you go. It's just not working now.
The classic mess about with the locations of all the alloys.
Yeah. At some point, I thought it would be possible to chain all these together, but I'm just so worried about it going into the wrong machine. So I think if you set these up with different priorities, then it might work. But I don't know. Right, one of the crafts finished. Which one was that?
I mean, the ideal world, you'd have a power spawn. You'd have a alloy smelter for every thing. But there's so many alloys.
I know. We've already got more than like we had
really
in
viable.
Ozone, I think.
Yeah.
Right, goes there. Right.
That's the thing is, in Ozone we rarely actually use to alloy things.
Yeah. Automated. There we go. Right. We are just waiting on the Totaric gems to fill up now.
Right. We're making chunks of Abyssalnite. There are some things in the mob crusher that I don't know if are actually being pulled out.
If it's just sat in there, then it won't be being pulled out.
Well, it's difficult to tell if it's sat in there or just. Sometimes it's awkward to tell if it's sat in there or just because there's so much being pulled out, it never actually gets round to it.
Yeah, no, those aren't being pulled out. The sheep stuff, the spider eye,
the one
blood gem as well.
I'll put the blood gem in the drawer because it sounds like a sort of helpful thing to have.
Chunk for Abyssalnite. Do you want me to go set up as a smelting recipe?
If you want, I mean.
Oh, we need it to make the Abyssalnite ingots.
We can make hybrid Abyssalium ingots because we have got some Abyssalnite ingots, but only like 8.
It's set up now, so you should be able to make as many as you've killed in the mob crusher.
So we can request 40. It's happy with that, which I will do. Then I will sleep.
And then you're just waiting on your catalysts. Not catalysts, your strength cores.
I've got the power cores.
Power cores. Oh, you've got everything you need then.
Yep. So I'm just having a quick nap.
Right. So.
Then I need the weak blood shards, which you have provided. 16
in
of
the
those.
computer. Just the right amount.
And then we just need to wait for 16 hybrid Abyssalnite, whatever, to be made. Hybrid Abyssalnite.
Right. I'm going to go and set up the next thing in my automated stuff. The demonic slate.
Yeah. So we're going to need that to make more weak blood shards so we can make the 5 tiles we need.
Yes. So do we want to make the automated one the tier 4 first, or do we make your one and we manually craft them for now?
I think... Should we do mine to manually craft them for now? Because it won't take long to make more.
No.
Okay, we should have hybrid Abyssalnite coming in, so I'll just go back to my crafting bench. It's in the same one as Lumium, so it took a bit of time to start because I had to wait for the Lumium to finish.
Imbued slate. We've got a bunch of imbued slate ready to go as well.
Yeah, there we go. 4 large bloodstone tiles.
Cool.
I'm going to need to make more power cores. Actually, I only made 5, so
Your capacity is just high enough.
set another 10 going. We could always add more capacity runes. Like there's an entire bank of unused runes.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the point where the runes of augmented capacity are better though.
Right, I'm here. I assume it just goes on top of this stone brick.
Yes. I hear a skeleton. Hello, skeleton. Have you made a way up now that you have made a way up?
If I did, it was an accident. Okay, that should be upgraded.
You've got a couple of ways up.
I don't really know how to tell if it's upgraded or not, but...
Well, I think the easier answer is to take your blood orb out and stick an imbued slate in.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised my blood orb's in there because I thought it was in my inventory.
There you go.
Oh, my apprentice blood orb's in my inventory. I left my magician blood orb in there.
Well, I'm not sure it's working.
Okay, well, I mean, as I say, I didn't know if it was actually upgraded properly.
Large plus and tile.
I may have built it wrong. Let me get my Sanctium out.
You have, because this pillar needs to be on this corner here. In line with the runes. Not in line with the slabs.
Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
How many up is it?
Slabs.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know, I was copying your one downstairs, but obviously from a distance, so... the cable's in the way. I'm going to need this cable moved.
I mean, you can just reroute it around it. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. There we go. Set up correctly now because it's just draining your entire altar. I have a demonic slate.
Cable.
Nice.